Tim Foster from Ridley College. It's really fantastic to have you with us via Zoom. We're really excited to do the Ridley certificate subject, Revelation Unwrapped. Can you explain to us, why should we be studying Revelation?
Well, g'day Michael and everyone at Toowoomba. It's great to be with you guys and to hear that you're taking on this amazing book. I enjoyed some great ministry among you last year and remember you with great affection. You're great friends of Ridley, and we hope that we're great friends of you guys as well. Revelation is one of those books that people either love or hate. They're either attracted to or fear. But I hope that you'll be attracted to it, and there's probably a couple of reasons why you should be. One is that it's different. It is unlike anything in the New Testament, except maybe a chapter in the Gospels like Mark 13, but it is different. And for that reason alone, it's something that that novelty factor ought to motivate you to dive in to Revelation. The other reason why you should study Revelation is that it is relevant, and it's increasingly relevant, because Revelation was written to churches that were persecuted, marginalized, and suffering. And I think the relevance of the book becomes greater and greater the further the church in Australia is marginalized and ridiculed and suffers. And it has a really profound and significant message to churches that are in that situation, in a situation that's increasingly shared by us.
Fantastic. So what are some things which you want us to see as we go through the book together?
What's important is that we've got to dispense with a couple of notions that we may well have about the book of Revelation. And I think the most important thing as you come to the book is to realise it's not a book about the future like the writings of Nostradamus. And that's often how it's seen. And so people try to line up this plague with this chapter and verse, and this emperor with this historical figure. They've never been right, and there's no reason why we would be. And in fact, the book is not about the future. It was written to churches in Turkey, the western part of Turkey, late in the first century. And it was written to address their situation. And so it's a book that had to make sense to them. It wasn't given to them so that some future generation could understand what this plague meant or what this the appearance of this emperor presaged. It was a book written to them. And once we work out what the message was to them, we can work out what the message is for us.
That's fantastic. So, Tim, what would you say to the person who's considering doing it but not quite there yet?
Well, I'd say that it's definitely worth the ride. It's a book that's a bit like an abstract painting. So you won't get all of it, and that's okay. It's not like Romans. I think with Romans, if you miss the meaning of a chapter, then you miss the meaning of the book. Revelation is just a crazy abstract painting, and not all the bits of it will make sense, but when you step back and look at it, it creates a very powerful and compelling picture, one that's very beautiful and one that's very important. And so I think you need to dive into this book because it is extremely engaging and highly relevant, and in places absolutely beautiful. And when you come to the image of chapters 4 and 5, the throne room scene where John gets a peek into the heavens to see Jesus, the Lamb who was slain, seated on the throne. That's a vision that puts everything in perspective, and it puts current events and his life into perspective. So if you're a person who needs to get current events in your life into perspective, this is a book that has a vision that you will find compelling and perhaps even life-changing.
Well, Tim, thank you so much. That's so exciting, and we're so thankful for you and so thankful for our partnership in the gospel with Ridley College, and we can't wait to dive into Revelation Unwrapped. Thank you.
No worries, guys. Get into it. God bless you, and I trust that it will really speak powerfully to each and every one of you.